Welcome to the Nitpicking Nerds, Commander Tune-Ups, episode number 12, with your host,
Beezy is me.
That
is
Joe Cherries. And today, we're doing Commander Tune-Ups, obviously.
Which is a series where we take viewer-submitted decks and tune them up according to their restrictions. Here's how to submit a deck to this series.
Why don't you tell them?
Right, first, be a fan, because you can't fan submit something without being a fan. Then you got to subscribe. Then you got to post your deck in the comments so we know what we're tuning up. Use Tapped Out, preferably.
Also, you forgot something. Then you subscribed.
I literally said that.
No, you didn't.
Check the footage. I said
it. I know the part you forgot then. We need your restrictions. We need to know. You don't like combos?
Pretty sure I said that.
Any money combos? I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Any money combos?
You don't like money?
All right, well, what do we have today?
Today, we have a deck from... No, we weren't playing favorites when we did this.
No, nope, I didn't even look.
We might have picked a deck before we realized who sent it in.
Yeah, we did that.
So we're doing our favorite patrons deck.
Singular.
Our favorite patrons deck.
There you go. Adam Rhodes.
Adam D.
He's
Rhodes.
back for more. Xantcha Sleeper Agent is our new thing that we're doing.
Yep, Xantcha Sleeper Agent. Why don't you read Xantcha Sleeper Agent?
I'd love to. She is 1 black-red. For a 5/5, legendary creature, minion, obviously. She's not even a human. She's just a minion. As she enters the battlefield, an opponent of your choice gains control of her. She attacks each combat if able and can't attack its owner, i.e. you, or planeswalkers you control. Pay 3, Xantcha's controller loses 2 life and you draw a card. Any player may activate this ability. Spicy meatball. So either you pay 3 to draw 1 and then like Bob over here loses 2.
Mm-hmm.
Or anyone else can do that. Or Bob can pay 2 and 3 mana to draw.
Yep, that's it with us. So, some things you want in this deck. Group Hug, Chaos, Politics.
That's what we got.
So, we have all that kind of stuff in decks. Only $50 to work with.
We obviously nailed it. I was like, what?
We have failed sometimes, but we nailed this one. So,
completely
let's get right into it.
What is
the very first subject?
The very first topic is, of course, Group Hug. We're hugging everybody. Everybody gets stuff. It's a classic archetype that nobody likes that much.
It's a classic archetype that's not played very much because it doesn't win. But
we're not necessarily here to win this time. We're here to cause some nonsense.
This deck can still win, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, first one. What card do we have?
Victory Chimes. 3 colorless for an artifact that every single person on the planet forgot about. It untaps during each other player's untap step. And you can tap it. A player of your choice adds a colorless mana to their mana pool.
So, you can add a mana for every player. This will really get people... This is how you get the people on your side. You can help anybody out because you're untapping everyone's turn.
You can even just use it selfishly.
Yeah.
You can activate like Xantcha or something.
Yes, you can also do that.
It's so good for giving them that extra mana. It basically reduces the cost of Xantcha's ability by 1. Because you're just like, hey, you want to draw a card with Xantcha? Like, not for 3. Like, what about for 2? And they're like, oh, okay.
Yep. Card. There's another one. I forgot the name of it. That is a
Spectral Searchlight.
Spectral Searchlight, which can add 1 mana of any color.
But doesn't untap.
For any player. It doesn't untap during their tip, but you can still help them with it. It's also in this deck. Giving your opponents a little mana. That's very group huggy. I mean, obviously, you don't want to give your opponents mana if you're playing a spiky version. But...
yeah, I mean, who would do that?
Yeah, but it's a little group hug. Beezy's favorite group hug card.
I love this card. This is the best card ever. Humble Defector. 1 in a red for a 2/1. Human Rogue. Tap. Draw 2 cards. Target opponent gains control of Humble Defector. Activate this ability only during your turn.
So you can pass this bad boy around.
He gets unlimited haircuts. For as long as he's alive, every time you tap him, he gets a different haircut.
Yes, that's the flavor of the
card.
That
is the flavor. I think it's pretty spot on.
So you can pass this to your... So if you really are being nice to this card, you pass it to your left, they pass it to their left, they pass it to their left.
And it serves as like, everybody draws 2 extra cards.
Everyone's drawing 2 extra cards.
Or, someone's ahead, you're just like, I'll draw 2. Hey, can you stop them? Well, here's 2 extra cards.
Yep, I hate this card. I never get it.
Weird. Oh yeah, look, it says in the notes, Joe never gets control of this card and hates it.
Weird that I put that in the notes.
I don't know.
Almost like I wanted to mention it.
Well, it's a great card, and you're jealous.
I'm jealous because
the one factor you can't control in a spike deck is group hugs around you.
It's everyone group hugging around me and not including me in their hug.
All the kids got together and wouldn't let me take their lunch money. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sad as a bully.
No, it's more like all the kids got free money and they wouldn't give me free money too.
After you stole their lunch money.
After I was gonna beat them up. Yes.
Right, yeah. Let's move on. I have never played this card. It's cool, though.
I have
Read
never played this card. You read it.
Why? I read the last, 3 cards.
Fine. Coveted Jewel. 6 mana. All colorless. For an artifact. When Coveted Jewel enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Tap for 3 mana. For 3 mana of any one color, right? 3 mana of any one color. Whenever one or more creatures attacks you and is not blocked, its controller gains control of Coveted Jewel. They draw 3 cards. Untap it.
3 mana is perfect for activating Xantcha.
It is perfect for activating Xantcha. I'm not really looking into that. This card is just weird because,
this card's insane.
it's kind of monarchy. It reminds me.
It's like super monarch. It's like so monarchy that I wouldn't play it in my monarch deck.
Yeah, they're coming after you. They just have to not be blocked.
They get 3 mana, 3 cards.
Yeah, they get 3 mana. They get 3
Basically
cards.
4 cards because it untaps right away. So it's not like they can just. All right, I'll just draw a card. I guess
It's a guild lowest, but it's more group huggy because you can just give it away. You can be like, attack me with your 1/1. I will not block it, and you can have 3 cards and a
this.
guild lotus.
But you have to activate Xantcha, or you have to leave me alone.
If you want to
Attach deals to it. Who cares? And then the
You
person
can.
who has Xantcha, it's really easy to smash somebody with Xantcha.
Xantcha always has to attack.
Always.
This can't attack you.
The non-human minion.
Yeah, it's weird. The art clearly depicts a human.
I don't know.
That's a human. Look at that. That is a human.
The next category. Chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
So you're Nicol Bolas? No, who's an agent of chaos?
You don't know?
I can't think of who an agent
If
of
this
chaos.
was 2008, you would get laughed at.
Agent of Chaos is definitely a title of somebody. Who is it?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
Mm-hmm.
You
You have to guess.
You have to tell me.
You can't
You're
not
gonna
know.
make this video way longer. And
That's fine.
And you have to edit it.
That's okay. This is worth it.
Is it? Because
Mhm.
I don't know who it is.
The Joker.
The Joker's the agent.
The Joker.
is an agent of
Seriously.
chaos.
The hospital scene where he goes, "I'm an agent of chaos."
Okay.
You just seriously don't know?
I can't remember that.
Oh my! Harvey Dent. Hospital bed. Can you picture that?
Yeah.
He's Two-Face.
Yeah.
The Joker is dressed in a nurse uniform.
Yep.
Can you picture that?
Yeah.
And he just leans forward and he goes, "I'm an agent of chaos."
I
And the
can't.
scene's over.
Nope.
Idiot.
What?
Anyway.
No, something's wrong here.
Nothing's wrong with that. That's what happens in the movie. We're gonna go to the first card, which is called Last One Standing. 1 black-red sorcery. Choose a creature at random, then destroy the rest. This card's amazing. It's basically mostly a board wipe.
It's basically the coolest card ever.
Okay, I don't know about that,
It's pretty cool. It is cool art of a goblin winning a battle with a ton of guys,
but he just got super lucky.
and he got super lucky to have won. It has awesome flavor text. Why don't you read that flavor text?
Some train all their lives for a shot at the title. Some just get really, really lucky.
This card's awesome.
It's great.
I don't
It's
think I
also a
have-
good card.
Yes,
it
it also
always
is-
destroys most of what you care about.
Yes, I love the idea that there is 15 creatures on the board, and one of them is a Kozilek.
Yeah.
And also on the board there's an 0/1 Surf
Mm-hmm.
token, and if you just by random chance the Kozilek might survive, but also that 1 Surf has the same chance in this battle.
Of course, obviously.
It's so good.
And Xantcha could always God forbid Xantcha's the last one. That'd be insane.
Yeah,
Flavor win, combat damage win. That's just great.
win-win.
Plus, we should mention Xantcha counts for commander damage even if you don't control it.
Yep.
So you can rack up some damage pretty quick on somebody.
She's attacking. She's attacking the other two opponents.
She has to.
She has to. You pretty much always dealing damage some way to your opponents.
I like it. Card's cool. The more I look at this, the more I like it.
I like it.
Next one, read it.
Some chaos? Ooh. How about real chaos? Havoc Festival. 4 black, red for an enchantment. Players can't gain life. Well, that's not very chaosy. But what if, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, they lose half their life rounded up?
Well, the game's going to get real short or this thing needs to die.
Yep, and you're going to cause just a lot of things to happen. It's going to make the game go exponentially faster, because when you have to deal with this or die, then that's what's going to happen. It's you're going to make your moves earlier, you're not going to sit around, you're not going to set up as much, you just got to go for it because you're going to die. And when you lose 20 life and then 10 life and then 5 life, now you're at 5. That's only 3 turns.
This card saying upkeep is usually trash. I think it's the best part because it comes to you last. So if somebody has to kill it, you're not going to lose half your life.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Someone guaranteed is going to lose like 20 life next to you. And then they now have no incentive to answer it. So either the next person has to kill it before their turn, or then the next person has to kill it before. Or, so either nobody kills it and you get to do what you want, or someone kills it and you don't lose half your life and somebody does.
This is also a very unreliable win con with Moon Reflection.
It's completely unreliable.
It's 2 6-mana.
2 6-mana Garbo enchantments. Yeah, watch out, everybody.
Yeah, it's not a reliable win con.
One trigger's on upkeep, one trigger's on end step.
You can win. You could potentially kill people like this.
Anything can potentially win. This card's basically gonna... This card can win games. I've played it before.
How about... Why don't you read it? I read the last one.
It's a good idea. Cruel Entertainment. Amazing art. 6 and a black for a sorcery. Now this is wordy. Choose target player and another target player. The first player controls the second player during the second player's next turn, and the second player controls the first player during the first player's next turn. If I target Joe and me, I control Joe's turn, and then Joe controls my turn. But if I kill Joe on his turn, it doesn't matter.
BZ always targeted himself with this card. I don't know why.
Because it's more fun.
Yeah, but this card is legitimately good when you don't target yourself with it.
Not necessarily.
I do have a little caveat even in the notes here where I said that if you have to be careful, if you're public enemy number 1 and you target 2 opponents, they might use the
That's
other
part of
opponents
the
to
reason.
collect you.
I want to be part of it. I want to completely screw somebody over, guaranteed.
But like, if you're playing with competent players, they're mostly going to screw each other over.
What if they just say, hey, let's blank his 7-mana spell and just do nothing?
Well, yeah, they both lose a turn.
That's not that good.
Let's blank his 7-mana spell and do nothing. 7 mana, 2 target players lose a turn. That card's pretty good.
That's not even Time Walk. There's 5-mana Time Walk.
Yeah, you're right. It's not that good. It's
2/3 Time Walk?
Yeah, it's not as good. You're right.
Although, how do you know that?
It's still not that
How do you know
bad,
that
though.
the first person can trust the second person? Because if
Yeah,
the first person
exactly.
goes like, I'll pass, so the next person's like, I'll do it. I'll
That is
continue.
literally the idea of the name Cruel Entertainment.
Well, yeah.
Like, you
There's
can make deals
a
with
lot of
them.
things going on with this one.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, card's cool. You can also target yourself if you want to. Not the most ideal unless you have a much less
Or
resources.
unless you know you can kill somebody.
Yep.
And you don't trust anybody else to do it. Because if you control them first, so they're just going to die. Like if they have Necropotence out, you're like, okay, I'll control your turn, kill you.
Yeah, they do die. They die if they have Toxic Deluge.
Yeah, Toxic Deluge, Necropotence, Fire Covenant, anything that pays increments of 1 life.
Yeah. Or even pays increments of 2 and you have even amount of life. Increments of 3.
You can even just take someone's turn and make them pump all their mana into drawing the Xantcha, or making the Xantcha player lose life.
Yeah, and then discard their best cards.
Yeah. Oh. Oof. That's spicy. All right. We're like, this is gonna be a quicker video.
This isn't that quick.
It's good quicker.
BC's underestimating that we've probably already been doing this for 15 minutes.
That's fine.
Okay, moving on.
Xantcha Synergies is the next category before the last one, which you know what it is.
Well, everyone knows the last.
Everyone
category.
knows by now.
Anybody knows.
Xantcha Synergies. These are cards that we want to force our opponents to use Xantcha as much as possible.
No, there's other stuff.
We're trying to bully the person who has it.
These 2 cards are. These first 2. The next ones are different.
Yeah. Okay, these 2 cards are bullies. They're mean. Sire of Insanity, 4 black-red for a
6/4.
6/4 something. At the beginning of each end step, each player discards their hand.
The demon, right?
Demon.
Oh baby.
Devil.
Hold on. Let's do the quick check.
Oh my god, it doesn't even matter.
I want to know what it is.
I'll say it's a horror.
I know it'll be on screen, but I want to know. I think it's a demon.
I think it's a horror. Oh. It's a demon. Ugh. Anyway, it's a demon. It forces everybody to discard their hand right away. This card's insane.
Not right away. At the end step. It can be killed before
Basically right away. If you play it and no one can kill it, that's right away.
It turns out there's a draw outlet on the field. So...
They're like, oh man, I really want to refuel. Guess I'll pay 3 to draw a card and somebody lose 2. And new spice. Awaken the Erstwhile. 3 black for a sorcery. Each player discards their hand, then creates X black zombies where X 2/2 zombies where X is the number of cards discarded. This is kind of just mean. 5 mana, everybody discards their hand. Jeez.
Also, everyone gets zombies too, but so it's like weird. You create.
It's really weird.
There's these army of zombies are going to stare at each other
Yeah.
because no one's going to want to attack into each other.
The only problem is Xantcha's probably going to die.
Yeah, Xantcha's probably going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly. But
It depends. Maybe you can work something out. Or you wait till nobody has that many. There's things that you can do.
Yeah, there's definitely things you can do. Xantcha might die, but also people are going to be paying into Xantcha here.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You're going to want to pay into Xantcha before it dies.
Yep, and you can also just,
What?
Well, I don't even know what I was going to say.
Finagle your way out of it?
You can
Yeah.
recast Xantcha.
Yeah, you can easily recast it. I mean, you're going to have mana and not cards, so.
Yep.
Now, the next one. Your turn.
War's Toll. It costs 3 and a red for an enchantment. Whenever a player attacks with the creatures, they attack with all creatures they control that can attack. Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, they tap all their lands for mana.
This would be weird on, like, Magic Arena or Magic Online. Because it would just be like, every time you tap a land, isn't there a trigger to tap all your lands? So you have to keep responding to the trigger, and then there'd be, like, more triggers to tap all your
It doesn't
lands.
tap your land. It's just whenever taps a land, tap all lands that player controls. Okay, so yeah, that'd be triggers.
It's just like a billion triggers going on. It's really
It
weird.
would always trigger afterward.
Basically, you just have to float all your mana at once, and then you can't... Like, if you want to cast a spell on your turn, you can't cast instants.
Yep.
That's
And
sweet.
If you want to cast instants, you can't. You can only
You
cast
can't play
one.
anything on your turn.
Things work around this. Obviously,
Mana rocks.
mana rocks work around this, but this card's pretty. It works with Xantcha, and that's why.
Because Xantcha has to attack. That means all their stuff has to attack.
Yep. This. You're
It's
really
all
just
gotta
gonna,
rumble.
You're gonna bully that player a lot, and that's just how it's gonna go.
That's how it's going to go. Tough beats.
That's what the deck does.
Tough beats. Maybe you
Good
decide
old-
who gets it at random. Maybe you don't pick enemies, or
Group hug
you can even just go like, I hate you, and you're going to get this every time.
every single time.
Because that's what friends do. That's what Commander's all about.
Every time. I hate you so much.
What about the next card? Do you hate that?
Do I hate it?
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Well, read it.
Actually, I've played it once because it came in the Sliver Premier deck, and I bought that deck. So
This is a... Next to Magic, this is probably the most popular card game,
yeah,
I would say.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. Hearthstone, the game, costs 3 colorless. It's an artifact. Why did you get the old wording?
Okay, that was an accident, but because I couldn't even find like a newer wording.
Well, the cost of each creature ability requiring an activation cost is reduced by 1. This cannot reduce an ability's generic mana cost to less than 1. You've got the real wording on screen. We don't need to worry about it.
Yep. So this reduces Xantcha. So now it costs 2. Now you're really bullying that guy.
2 is actually just sweet. I'll pay 2 and draw.
Yeah.
2
3 to draw is a lot. 2 to draw is much better.
It's weird. It's like a huge difference. This card just makes it so much better.
Why don't you read the next note?
This card is pretty much a one-trick pony, but it also reduces the cost to activate Burnished Heart. Love it.
I looked through the whole deck to see like any other synergies it might randomly have.
That one.
I mean, it's good enough with Xantcha already, which makes it worth playing. But it just also randomly happens to work with Burnished Heart. It just happens to
Ayo.
be another random synergy.
Cards
that the deck
broken.
has.
Pick them up before they...
Where are you going?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
And that brings us to our final category.
The classic.
You knew it. You knew it was winning the game. Why did you even doubt yourself?
So, one thing that I want to bring up is this deck is not it's not a classic deck for winning the game. It's more of a chaos, politics.
It's about the journey, not the destination.
Yes, this deck is definitely more about the journey than the destination. That being said, there's still a few win cons in here
We're
that
still
are,
got some slippery tricks up our sleeve.
that are still very good. So, to start, we'll start with a classic one.
We'll start with it, and we're not even going to read it, because you know what it does.
Torment of Hellfire.
Black Staple
Hellfire.
wins the game.
I always call it Hellfire.
Either way, dump a bunch of mana into it, kill people, finish them off. They're going to be losing life all over the place.
This deck had the classic combo of our Cabal Coffers, Urborg in it, so this is just a
You need a sink.
free inclusion. So I think that we removed, I'll just mention now, we removed Exsanguinate.
Torment's just better.
Torment's so much better. The life
So
gain,
much more damage.
The life gain isn't even that relevant, and you have a card in your deck that specifically says players can't gain life.
There's a couple, probably.
There's at least one.
All right. Next way to win the game, because you know about Torment.
This is more of a bully way. This is more of a pick off one player way.
These cards are in the deck, and sometimes Basalt Monolith / Rings of Bright Hearth.
Yep.
Now, if you don't know what this does, Basalt Monolith is a 3-mana artifact that taps for 3 colorless, and you can pay 3 to untap it. And Rings of Bright Hearth is 3-mana artifact. Whenever you activate an ability, if it isn't a mana ability, you may pay 2. If you do copy it, you may choose new targets for the copy. So you cannot copy the Basalt Monolith mana ability, but you can copy the untap ability. Putting 2 untaps on the stack, tap for 6. Put 2 untaps on the stack for 5, tap for 6.
So you just need to have 2 extra mana because
Infinite colorless mania.
Mania.
I was gonna say manana.
Man, you
Did
got
I say that sometimes?
Mania.
Man,
Are you kidding me?
you got a lot of mana.
So you go infinite. You get to kill the Xantcha player. Be careful.
Instantly kill the Xantcha.
I was thinking about this. Do be careful. Do not put too many of these on the stack. You will receive the rest of them because Xantcha comes to you after that player dies, and all the other abilities on the stack will hit you.
Why would she come to you?
That's what Xantcha does. After you've activated the ability enough times to kill them, Xantcha, the effect on Xantcha that says she's under their control now reverts and comes back to you because that effect ends.
You get Xantcha back, so do with that what you will.
Yes. So at this point,
you can still draw as many cards as you want.
You can still draw as much as you can afford to in life.
Yeah.
So
but if you can find like Rakdos Signet and like other ways to like get rid of Xantcha, give them to somebody else.
If you can find,
then kill them.
Yeah. If you can find your Gilded Lotus and your Torment, you win. You're probably gonna win from this position. You do get to draw. So if your opponent's at like 30, let's say they've lost some life, you get to draw 15 cards. That's a lot of cards to draw with infinite colorless mana also.
Yeah.
And you also have probably some colored mana left over.
In rocks, you turn it into rocks.
Yeah, any rock
that makes colors.
Yep. Being able to kill Xantcha is also possible.
Oh yeah.
So you might just kill your Xantcha and just recast it. You have infinite colorless, all you need is the colors again. You cast Xantcha, put it back under another opponent control, kill them now.
Draw the rest of
Draw another 15 cards, and you're probably gonna win from this position.
How are you not winning? It's a decent way to win.
Yeah, it gives
basically Rings is the
this combo actually. So this is not a throw this in your deck no matter what combo, because you need Xantcha is the kind of payoff that is just on your commander.
Like Thrasios comes to mind.
Yep, Thrasios is an automatically win. If there's certain decks where it's like, if your commander can pay off that infinite mana, it's worth it.
It's great. Versus like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just going to end up winning. Like, that's why Tasigur is usually an infinite mana deck. Because Tasigur can just pay it off.
You draw your deck. Which we say all the time.
Yep, draw your deck, win the game.
Draw your whole deck is usually how you win the game.
Which we never put onto the infinite any decks, but that card actually just says draw your deck.
Yes. This so we got Chaos, we got Group Hug, and we got Politics.
Yep.
And we're picking them off one by one, basically. But not even necessarily in an order that we're choosing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like whoever dies first dies.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be us.
Players are more going to die from stuff like Havoc Festival, Painful Quandaries, Captive Audience, and Cruel Entertainment. Just some of them. Those kind of cards are just going to kill your opponent over time from effects.
There's a slew of like ridiculous Rakdos mythics that they just keep printing, and they're all weird.
I would call them Group Hate cards.
Group Hate, yeah. Group Slug is also a common thing.
Yeah, Group Hate, Group Slug, yep, same time. So, the price of editions. Totals, $46.66. Damn, we're good.
We're so good.
Oh my god, I just swore.
That's not a real swear.
It's not a real swear.
Not a real swear. We're taking a firm stance on real swears here.
Okay, so the
budget was $50. We nailed it. Next,
converted mana cost was 3.62. We upped it to 3.8. This is a high converted mana cost, but the deck is.
How did we even end up upping it? That's so weird.
Oh, I'll tell you why we upped it. I can tell you right now.
Okay.
There's 26 changes, and a few of them were like 1 mana imps that make stuff attack.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you that's how we upped it, because those cards.
A couple of force attack cards we got rid of for like big splashier changes.
Yeah, not a big fan of those cards, so.
Talking about our ads and cuts.
Talk about the ads and cuts.
Necropotent is awesome. It's good in black decks that have 2 colors or less.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3 colors. The card's just insane.
If you're black or Rakdos or Golgari or something along those lines, this is probably an auto-inclusion.
Maybe not in like blue-black.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But like every other deck.
Even then.
It's still pretty tempting.
It's still really good.
Like draw card.
It's like, okay, yeah, you got all those cool draw spells, but you have draw 6 a turn.
For 0? for 0 mana?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. Temple Bell is like
little group hug card.
Bread and butter.
It was boring. It was a boring group. We didn't mention it earlier because it's boring. We don't want to like go over it. Blah. But Temple Bell, basic.
Ooh, here's a question. What is the gourmet bagel?
Oh my god.
Of this deck? You gotta decide. On the spot right now, because we did not decide before right now.
Oh god. I did not gourmet bagel this up. What is the gourmet bagel of this deck? Captive audience?
Gourmet bagel of this deck. Captive audience. Let's see if we can just recite what it does. 5 black-red for an enchantment.
It enters under an opponent's control.
Now, if they're upkeep, they have to choose 1. Discard your hand, your life total becomes 4, or each opponent makes 5 2/2s. What? What's going on? You're screwed.
If you want to talk about politics and just chaos, this is a real chaos.
Someone's got to die. I choose you. It's like, I guess I'll discard my hand.
That's
the best one.
I'm calling that the gourmet bagel.
That's the gourmet bagel.
I don't even care that it's not actually the best card in deck.
It completely embodies the deck. No,
it does.
Perfect.
It is an
It's
embodiment
perfect.
of the deck.
It's perfect.
And,
Maybe Soul Ring is the best. Maybe Soul Ring's the best card in the deck.
Philip makes his appearance out there.
Fibblethip is on this card.
Obviously. How could he not be? Blasphemous Act is pretty much... God. Blasphemous Act is one of those cards that sometimes is boring to include.
Because it's a red staple?
Because it's so good. And it's so rare that you're not going to put it in the deck when you're playing red.
True. We cut Phage. Not a minigame we're willing to play.
No synergies, really.
It's tough.
I want to play... The one time I want to play Phage in any deck is if I'm playing Esper, and I can play Phage and the Reflection card.
Exile it, and everyone else makes one.
Yeah,
then they all lose.
Yeah, that's the only way I want to play
hilarious.
Phage. Dark Ritual, this isn't a combo deck. We don't need Dark
mana.
Ritual.
Nothing like that. I mean, it's an Xantcha activation, but that's not anything, really.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Stormwrath Dragon, not strong enough. Too expensive. For not enough effect.
It's not even that's not strong enough for this deck. It's not strong enough for EDH, I don't think.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think this card fits in EDH very well. Maybe in a mono red dragon deck.
I don't have it in my mono red dragon deck for reference. I don't think it's good enough. Anyway, Exsanguinate became Torment of Hellfire, took out Harmless Offering, Bizarre Trader, and Steel Golem and Demonic Pact, like the whole give you my crappy thing, so that now you have a crappy thing.
There's not a lot of tutors in this deck, and these don't pay off hard enough to be worth it.
No, even just not casting creature spells, it's fine, but you have to play it first.
Yeah, these cards are just not that good.
God forbid your donate spell gets countered. It's like, now you just can't cast creature spells. Yeah, that sucks.
You don't want that.
No. We just took them out.
Yep, we just took them out. This deck. This is a pretty cool deck.
This deck looks ridiculous. There's just so much nonsense going on.
Xantcha is a cool commander. She's unique. It's she, right? Xantcha's definitely a she. But it's not a human. It's a minion only.
It is okay. It is a cool card.
What is this? Is that a human? Does it look like a human to you?
I can't tell.
I can't tell. It's a minion.
Right.
So, this deck's cool. This deck's unique.
I had a lot of fun brewing it.
It has some win cons, though. It can win.
This is easily the weirdest deck we've made on tune-ups. Where the cards we would just never put in a deck.
Petitioner's pretty weird deck. We'll never put
Petitioner's is weird.
When are we putting Thumrings?
There's more here, though. There's way more.
When are we putting
Captive Audience?
Captive Audience is not going in many other decks.
That's a slam dunk. If you thought this was awesome, and you're like, I have an awesome deck that's even cooler than this one, and I want it on the show, well, guess what? Subscribe and comment your deck in the description. Not in the description, in the comments.
Yeah.
And
you can't edit our description.
You can't choose what goes in our description. But if you put it right there, we'll look at it.
Yep.
And then we'll put a video about it.
Yeah. If you like, you should hit that subscribe button.
True.
We make Commander content every Monday and Thursday.
What if they would like to support us financially?
If you would like to support us and help us get bigger and better
and stronger,
we work out. Actually, every time we get any amount of money from anybody, we immediately take it and lift it like this, and that's why we're so scrawny and weak. Help us!
We need more money.
If you would like to support us financially and you really like our show and you would like to see us succeed, you can support us on Patreon.
We want to succeed.
We do want to succeed. We do this for you and us.
And
because this is fun.
All of us, yeah.
This is really fun. I'll be honest.
This has been episode 12
of Commander Tunes.
We bid you farewell until the next one.
We really need to send off. Somebody
submit a send off.
Submit a send off. Help us.
That's our new send off. Submit a send off.
Help us.